Welcome to Farm Talk Friday. It's May 29th, 2026. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanni.
Hi, my love.
Hi, Angel.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We are back in Costa Rica, back in our tiny little farm. There's our chicken tractor with some hens, and that's the small chicken tractor right there, actually.
Yeah, they're both close to each other.
Good shot today. It's sprinkling rain a little bit. We're we're just entering the rainy season, getting some nice light rains. We did have one hard rain about a week ago. But it's going great. Everything is green in the country. Some of the rain has caused a giant car swallowing hole on one of the main highways.
And do we know if it did swallow cars?
I don't think it did.
I mean, a terrifying hole.
Yeah.
That looked like it went like a hellhole.
Yeah.
I mean, except it would take you to a really beautiful spot, maybe 200 feet down.
Yes, you can enjoy that view right till the end.
Yeah. That's like on a major freeway. Like a freeway.
Yeah, our newest, most majorist freeway. Okay, so this is what we do every Friday. We try to anyway. I used to be in a band called the Crystal Method. My wife has an amazing nonprofit called Green Wave. Check out greenwave.eco. She's also a tantric yoga instructor. Teacher, I think is what I was supposed to say. And now, so it's kind of like our diary, and it's kind of like us figuring out the jungle and growing food and figuring out permaculture along the way. We practice all permaculture principles. There's 12 of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And we're not on autopilot. We're still figuring it all out, but we kind of know what we're doing now. We're focusing almost exclusively on perennials. Perennials are things that grow year round that you don't have to replant every season. We've got a lot of fruit trees and some other bushes, plants that grow year round and kind of provide lettuce, spinach-like things year-round, which are awesome.
Like the chaya?
Like the chaya, the chiquisquil,
JC!
The katuk. Hey, JC, how are you? And, all right, and sometimes we have a little show and tell. And today is fantastic show and tell. We have so many mangoes right now. This is just a few that got harvested today, and we have
you can eat mangoes green or ripe.
Yeah, and when they're green, they're good. You can shred them and put them into salads. They're very
sometimes
adaptable.
when they're green, people put like chiles on them, like
salt. Yeah, chili powder or tahine, that chili lime salt, which is really good.
Super good. Okay,
and we also have some star fruit, which also known as carambola. Now, normally star fruit is the one that most people are familiar with, which is the tart one. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a lime. Yeah. So, but these are Carambola Dulces. These are sweet star fruit.
These ones look like I could believe that they are sweet because they're super ripe, but they look like the tart ones to me, because usually the dulces are a lighter color.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have believed it until I ate two of them before the show. So they're absolutely the sweet ones.
But are you sure that they're not just like ripe sweet? Well, the dulces do get big like this, bigger. They get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they are Carambola Dulces, and they are delicious.
Yoni-like.
And then we have a couple of Guayabas, which are kind of like these little guavas. came from a tree. What tree did this come from? Do you know?
You mean, this isn't a trick question, right?
No. I don't know where these came from. I just saw them in the house.
Well, they came from the one close to the gate.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, is he asking me if it came from a guayaba tree? I don't understand what's happening here.
No, yeah, I mean, what location?
What
On
location?
the farm,
Yeah.
So we own this tree, is what you're saying?
Yes.
And we own this tree.
It's on, we have some land that is kind of community-esque. It's going to stay green zone, and we tell our neighbors, we've been telling them lately, like, hey, that guayaba tree is going off, like, go get some, you guys. Because it's not, like, that land's not, I wouldn't consider that, like, an extension of our food forest even though, like, I am planting things, it's more for the community. It's almost like an extension of the community garden that the founders of Rancho Delicioso started, sort of.
Well, that's what I would call the other lots. Hey, you guys don't want to hear about this.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, this came close to our gate.
And these are difficult to eat or to process. There's just a tiny layer of edible fruit and then a million seeds inside.
And they're really hard. They're like teeth breaking.
Yeah.
They're just probably not good for our teeth if you crunch on them. But they're beautiful trees. And they call them like desnudo trees, like naked trees. Yeah, I mean, if you have a lighter skin color, then it would be nude. But it's very smooth. And they're very, very pretty. And if you eat green ones, it's said, or we've had workers tell us that you can clean your teeth with it.
Ah.
But if they're too green, it's just, it does that thing to your tongue where it makes it like a sweater.
Yeah. All right.
So,
what else is happening, Angel?
well, you didn't ask me about the ad.
I didn't know we had an ad.
Oh yeah, I posted.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't get it.
This week, our ad, I put a filter on it because it was like this cement thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I knew I was going to have to explain what the cement thing was, but it didn't make for a great picture, but I thought it'll make for a good story. So we come back and our worker slash, like land manager says, hey, I have surprises for you, which could be terrifying. But, sometimes people have their own ideas of what might be cool or beautiful. And then you're like, wow, that's really interesting. So he saw on TikTok this technique where you're using cement to just make things. And yes, you can make lots of things with cement, but like dipping towels in cement and making staglamite, those like cave
But he
beings.
was making planters, basically.
He was making planters, so they were
Planters,
going
yeah.
the other way, but very Gothic cathedral-like. I was like, oh, very...
It might be stalactites and stalagmites.
Okay.
One goes one way, one goes the other way, I think.
Okay. Anyways, it's like a cement version of that, but planters. So we have 3 of those, so that was interesting. And then he showed me, he's like, yeah, he was so excited about it. He's like, and then look at these, and that's what's in the photo. And what it is he took, it was a very interesting idea. So different trees, some of them have very big leaves. And so I think it was the warumo tree has a large leaf. And this was one of the leaves that I thought from a permaculture pinup perspective was like kind of like a burlesque item, for dancing. Like, ooh, I can hide myself because it's a giant leaf. But he saw an opportunity to make it like a cement, like a pressed cement thing. Mm-hmm. So he put cement on it, but then it was just like a press, and then he got the leaf look to it, mm-hmm. and then took the leaf off, and he was basically making steps. Okay. And then he thought they would look beautiful in the little goddess garden area that I have, and I said, oh, that's super cool. So Some of his first creations were a little brittle, but he thinks he has like the right thickness now, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna put them in there, but they do look really pretty.
Cool.
So anyway, that was what happened while we were gone. There was experimentation, and it's always a big experiment here anyway. So we'll continue to experiment with that and report back.
Absolutely. Hi to Julie. What's up, Gig?
Yay!
Hope you're doing
Julie.
well. We were just in Vegas a couple of weeks. Yeah, but we're back now.
Yeah. Talking about Vegas real quick. So I saw on Instagram this girl, I can't remember her name now, but she has a new track coming out called Gremlin, maybe. And she wears like funny fuzzy glasses, and she's cute and ravey. And she said that she made a special outfit for EDC because she performed there. I don't know what stage. And she used some of the candy over the years that she had received from fans, and she kind of upcycled it, if you will, and made some cute parts to her pants and her top. And I just thought it was a cute video. I mean, I suppose it's like, is it upcycling? Is it not upcycling? Like, there was nothing wrong with the perfectly good candy bracelets that she had. And it's not recycling, because you're not, like, recycling's a downgrade, right? But it's a something. It's a reuse of the candy that maybe she wouldn't wear. And it just, I appreciated it, because over the years I have thought, like, oh, you know, there could be candy recycling. Or
those
upcycling.
of you who don't or are confused as to what candy means, candy at raves means the colorful plastic jewelry, mostly bracelets.
Yeah. So they use typically these little small pony beads is what they're called. And if you're like, oh, that sounds like, you know, what my kindergarten child has brought home recently. Yes, the same thing. It's that. They kind of look like Pez candies. So in other news, something I didn't tell you was that I saw new baby Agoutis.
Oh, great.
And so the mama, I mean, basically what I saw, like real quick, it's so interesting how quickly our brains can like pattern recognize. I was like, is that a little tiny Agoutis? And sure enough, it was. I see this mama. And so when I saw the mama, I knew the mama wasn't that big, but compared to her babies, she's huge. And so they were just so small.
Yeah.
They were running after her, and there was two of them.
So Agoutis are
so cute.
These super cute rodent things. They don't look like rats at all. They just have, they're a cross between a bunny rabbit and a donkey or something.
And a donkey?
Yeah, because of their butt. They're like this big normally, right? And they've got giant butts. And what do they eat? I mean, they'll eat leaves and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're vegetarian. I mean, they eat the rotting mangoes.
Yeah,
and
rotting water apples. And so we have a lot of animal life around here. We have Agoutis. We have squirrels, the most beautiful squirrels in the world. They're like these chestnut auburn with a black stripe. They're just beautiful.
Ken didn't like squirrels before.
Yeah.
I always told him that I loved them, and he didn't get it until he saw these squirrels.
Yeah.
Now he loves them.
And we have deer right around here. We have
hi, Jackie. We see you.
we have mapaches, which are in English are
Raccoons.
We have pizotes. Pizotes are these weird things with a long nose. If you look at their, if you look at
called coatis, and
if you look at their silhouette and their tail kind of makes the shape of they end up looking like a brontosaurus.
So when they look like a brontosaurus, what people are doing is they're making them go backwards.
When they're walking,
When they're walking, and it's like this, funny effect.
And then 20 billion ants.
Yes.
A lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah, I got bit many times already by fire ants since we've
Okay.
been back.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was trimming a vine because at this time of year we have to trim a lot of vines, and I could just try to uproot them all, but it's like free chop and drop, you know, for permaculture. So instead of planting things so that I could trim them back and throw them down, it's like, oh, I'll just trim the vines, but you have to unravel them. And so this one flower plant, I was doing that, and I was basically in like a fire ant nest, and I just said, you know what, I want to do this anyway, so I'm just gonna have to brush them off as they're biting me and keep going. So that's what I did.
All right. And I forgot to mention all of the beautiful birds.
Oh yeah.
Tons of amazing, beautiful birds and hummingbirds and
Ken's doing
dragonflies.
all the shout outs.
That's
And
right.
butterflies. We came back, there was lots of yellow butterflies.
Yeah, and the blackish one with the orange, the orange
Oh yeah.
striped wings.
Yeah, those ones are really pretty.
All right. Andre, hello. Okay.
Andre.
All right, what else we got?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's things. We have some Sandia coming in that are in some pots, so we'll see how that goes. Watermelon.
Sandia's watermelon, yeah.
We had this, we have a refrigerator in our bodega. It's like a shed where we keep our tools and stuff. And so we keep seeds and stuff back there. And we had this accident happen where, what happened? It was just having a hard time with the temperature. It became a piscina, like a pool in one of the drawers where we had some seed packets. And so I just thought, well, that sucks. But I'm just going to throw them in certain places in the vivero and we'll see what comes up. And not a lot did, except for the Malabar spinach. So I was in there kind of cleaning out some of the beds. For some reason, our vivero, our nursery, has really good weeds that pop up that are really beautiful. And so I knew that I wanted them to grow and I would transfer them to my fairy garden because some of them are very just like delicate and pretty. So I was going through and picking out all of those to transfer. And I said, I see you. You are spinach. You must have came up from, the seeds that we weren't sure if they were all wasted or not, but they weren't. So that was very exciting. And yeah, I'm sure there's other little details, but I think
all right, we'll
harvest
over those next week. And I just want to give one more shout out to my hometown Las Vegas Golden Knights who are into the Stanley Cup Finals. They're probably going to play the Carolina Hurricanes. And it's going to be great. I think they're going to win.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday was very exciting. I talked Ken into it. He's not always so excited about my last minute ideas, except it wasn't completely last minute. It was just like this aspect of it happened to be last minute.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, can you be our photographer? Ken, as a high school student, was an award-winning photographer, so I trust his judgment when it comes to capturing photos and video. And so for years, I've felt for the crab population here. So sometimes they're called Christmas crabs. They're also called Halloween crabs. I'm sure they have other names too.
They're beautiful crabs. They're purple and orange, and they're in They're in countries.
Kind of red.
They're in countries with similar weather.
Yeah, and part of the reason why they're called Christmas crabs is there's some Christmas island, and they have a whole bunch of them. And I think that they did something innovative to help that population, but we have not really been doing anything innovative here. And so with all the development, they just have been getting run over the years, and we see less and less and less of them.
Yeah, because let's explain their life. They're in the mountains, and then when they want to go mate or lay their eggs, one of those two, they have to cross roads to get to the beach.
Yeah.
And
when they didn't before.
And when they try to cross the roads, they get run over by cars. It used to be in this area there would be a certain times of year, like after the first rain, it would the roads would just be covered in dead
crabs.
This one type of crab, yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it would smell, and it was awful. And you couldn't, there was too many, like everyone would wreck, even though at that point in time there was like not a lot of people compared to now, but the population's been reduced. And over the years I keep watching it diminish, and I'm like, oh, just even for the spirit of the crab, I want to do something for them. And so, you know, every year I make some sort of contribution in that direction. And I had this idea that it would be cute to have some sort of, you know, parade might be a little bit of a stretch, but like a crab walk, like cangreja, this time to celebrate the crab, and we get together and we dress up in like the crab colors, and some of us could be, you know, with like fans, or if we time it right, you know, at sunset, like some fire. Last night we just had fans, but I had told Katie Bunny, my little co-creatrix in permaculture pinup, this idea many years ago, and so of course she was into it. And so I said, hey, let's do this. We're both in town, and Ken says he can do it for us, so we did our little photo shoot. And so we have like a broom also. So the idea, we wouldn't really want to sweep them because I think they're a little too fragile, but the idea is just that we are kind of coaxing them in whatever direction that the crabs are trying to go. And so we have these photos of us in red and playing with fans and on a road, and
once you see the photos and video, it'll make sense. So you have to post something.
I will post something.
I'll post something. Okay.
And I think last year or the year before, I had a biologist create a report so that I could give a talk.
All right.
But then, yeah.
Okay,
Anyways,
thank you.
Thanks, Joaquin, for that.
Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week on Farm Talk Friday.